Hello and welcome to Sketchbook Tour 21. I have nothing else to say. I don't know why I stopped then. I started this on Focus. Focus, I know it's bright. Come on, there we go. Started it on the 21st of August 2024, ended it on the 25th of February 2025. Hyperfixations were not very changing. Sorry, there was grit on my phone. Favourite songs had an issue. Home and back again, and a date to remember. Usually on these sketchbooks I put the date somebody has passed that I knew. That has not changed, but I don't really want to go into that because that one was a lot closer than the other two. My usual welcome to the book help situation. Michael, the distortion Michael. I think I did a better version of this, but it's busy underneath everything else. Like I said, it's been a very hectic few months, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. Dorky being normal. This was an AU that didn't work very well. I think I made a typo here. Yeah, the devastation, which one is spelt wrong and is not what it's called. It's called desolation. I did this before I finished it, so it's like a whole bit of... No, I didn't. I did this after I finished the Magnus Archives. Why is it so... Why did I misunderstand it so badly? I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a hot second. And I don't want to elaborate. Again, it's just, what if everyone was happy? That was what this AU was. What if nobody died? What if everyone was okay? Yeah. Regular human being Nikola Rosnov. Sure. Jerry and Michael. Sorry, there's some building work going on around near my house and it's distracting me. Cafe AU, I think. I don't know what I was on at this point. I think I was just trying desperately to keep with the hyperfixation, so I kept changing it. Case in point, Jesus Christ, I had so much time on my hands. Okay, that's funny, to be fair. I think I posted this on... Yeah, I did. I posted it on Tumblr. Doodle... John is the conspiracy board guy. Focus, thank you. Jane Prentice. That was based off a vintage piece, but it didn't work very well. It's anatomy-wise, it was just not right. Sash Archivist AU. Yes, the Sash Archivist AU that I haven't written in months. In my defense, my dad died. Yeah, so this is Sash Archivist AU. These two pieces wouldn't fit on my wall at uni, so I just put them in my sketchbook where they should actually belong. So that's quite old, that's way older than this. When did I draw that? Summer of... No, the summer before I went to uni. Cliff's family for the outskirts that I'm never going to finish ever, and I have no idea what hell kind of story I want it to be, but, you know, that's Cliff. He's the oldest and also the most cringe fail of all the vampires. Nikola Orsanov doing ballet pose because I am original. Fears removed AU. I don't know what that meant. Oh, yeah, some ritual happened and all the fears just got sucked into a different world, leaving our avatars fearless and pissed. Oh, this was the swap AU. This was actually fairly interesting, where I swapped, antagonists and protagonists. So I ended up swapping John and Elias. So John gets to be Jonna, which makes sense if you know what I'm talking about. Posted this on Tumblr as well. POV, you post, sorry. POV, you are a dude being possessed by a gay Victorian Regency man and a gay 90s fat pothead, or something along those lines. I don't remember what the caption was to post this. It's been a while. I have more important things to worry about. Lonely eyes, being lonely. Why? I don't understand. Sorry, my computer is like dying a death. It's like the keyboard actually doesn't work. So there's a USB one put on top, and now the fans are going at any opportunity. My life is falling apart, guys. Drawings for the Slash Archivist AU, because I actually was having a great time writing that until I wasn't. Yeah, 70s Gertrude. 70s Gertrude's the first 3 assistants, where that is John's mum, because I thought I was being interesting. My friend is a K-pop fan, and they sent me a photo of one of their men that was dressed up like a grandmother, and they're planning a TMAAU for their silly little K-pop men. So I drew that, and the Allotment Society is messaging my WhatsApp. Another 70s Gertrude, she looks a bit like my mum. People that I hadn't really drawn before, so I was drawing them. Yeah. 1960s Gertrude, before everything happened and the desolation killed her cat. Post-desolation killing her cat, and she keeps a Polaroid of him in her wallet for all eternity. Sasha. Oh no, this is when I went off the rails. I made the Friends AU. Jesus Christ, will this stop blasting me? Sorry, I'm gonna pause. Sorry about that, my computer was trying to update something that was already up to date. Again, it's literally breaking and needs to be fixed. This is where I went off the rails and decided I would write a Friends AU. You can kind of guess who each person is. Yeah. I literally have nothing to say about this, I'm sorry. It's just, it was me having a moment. And then that's Elias in his cafe gear, because he was meant to be Rachel. Yeah, this is Swan with Swan. This is my old OC, Swanee. I used to have a picture of her up on my board, but I don't anymore because that's cringe. But she was the first iteration of my actual, like, book character if I ever get around to writing it. But I have a plan, vaguely. Seamus Brown, I want to say his surname is? No, it's Raven Brown and Seamus George, isn't it? Or Seamus Brown and Raven George. I don't remember. I forgot what I gave his surname as, but he's a detective. He used to be this woman who was a very poorly designed OC. That blazer is purple, her hair is green. To be fair, his blazer is still purple, but he has an excuse because it's the 60s for him. It wasn't for her. And then this is like the stuff, like plot notes, really. Okay, it's Raven Parker. What the fuck? Who are these people? I like wrote down notes about them in one of my notebooks around here, so yeah. Basically, it's like a whole messed up experiment situation where this weird doctor is sewing animal parts onto children to try and get it to, like, accept and become a superhuman. But it, like, sometimes they reject it because obviously it's like foreign genetic matter. Of course you're gonna reject it. Sorry, I'm really, like, on edge because I'm alone in the house and I'm trying to make sure that the sounds I can hear are not like somebody breaking in and it's just the cat. To be fair, it isn't nearly her lunchtime, so I will need to go feed her in a sec. I don't know why I'm telling you all of this, but like these sorts of videos are like my like video diary, so might as well. So yeah, these were like, these two are like patient zero, and they were the ones that were actually like successful. Because the doctor was initially trying to do it to help fix his son. Well, fix. Like 50s, 60s ideals, but he had polio, and he was trying to graft on a tail for balance to help him, but then he got obsessed with making it perfect, and then results in such abominations such as Oliver. Fun, and this is the guy. Yeah, we don't like him. That was a scene from the Friends AU, but I didn't like how I drew it. That is a scene from the Friends AU that I did like how I drew it. Oh yeah, Gwendolyn was Elias's niece, and she took the place of Ben. That's the kid's name. Seamus and his boyfriend Raven. Gertrude and Agnes. There we go. So I haven't been very active in the Magnus Archives fandom for a hot minute, so I had to think about that one. But yeah, Agnes with her candle and being all property. This is done with watercolour, so I'm quite proud of it because it looks snazzy, but Nicola Ortonov. This is me trying to figure out designs for the Swap AU, because like Sasha becomes the dancer, as in Sasha becomes Nicola and Nicola becomes Sasha. I swear to God, if this computer keeps going, I actually might just turn it off because it's pissing me off. Tim becomes the distortion, so I made his Hawaiian shirt become confusing. That's what I actually want the dance to look like in this AU. This is one of my D&D characters and his dead husband, who isn't dead in this picture because it's just being a doctor and being asleep on Christmas Day. Because it was Christmas when I drew this. Shocker. Festivity, my yearly Christmas OC. If you've been following this series, oh god, don't fall on the ground. If you've been following this series for like a hot minute, you might remember Festivity. She is the elf I draw every Christmas that used to be fairly innocent looking, but is no longer that innocent. But I love her. Pre-Evil Master Magnus. Oh, yes, because I wrote a Regency AU on AO3, and I was trying to like think out what they would be like, what Jonah would be like before the Fears infiltrated him, and you know, all that. Yeah, it was actually quite a cool little thing. There's more about that later. Festivity again. Yeah. That's for Sash Archivist, but I'm not happy with it. Tim is getting more and more distortion coded, which is why his shirt is getting busier. Again, bringing in that distortion Tim from like a couple. Spiral coded, not distortion. The distortion is the entity, sorry. It's just Peter, innit? Oh yes, this was like a draft for a comic, and then I realised I had to get my design of Basira and Melanie fixed in order to do said comic, so this is my design of Melanie and Basira fixed. And then Basira again from a different angle. And then this is said comic. There are no words to it, but it's set after the unknowing. You know, where Tim dies. And he gets reunited with Sasha, who he doesn't quite remember. But then he does. Yay! That's Seamus again. I don't know why he's in pyjamas, but he is. Melanie and a John with short hair. I think that's meant to be Georgie, but it just looks like me at the moment, so I would show you, but I don't want to, so I'm just going to show you, oh god, the end of my braid. Braid 1 of 2. This was the Regency designs, because that's Jonah. John it was like, it's technically a Somewhere Else AU, but it's like they get sent back in time. It's a whole thing. I'll link it in the description. Miriam, which is Jonah's sister. Martin, who gets adopted by the Lucases in this situation. Mordecai, which is the ancestor of the Lucases and the original person of the Lucas dynasty. Jonathan Sims. Who the hell is that? That is meant to be Jerry, I think, and that is meant to be Michael. I don't know what was going on there. John playing his piano, because that's the crux of the story. I think I was going back on my Elias breaks through the Jonah thing. Don't know why, just was. And here they are properly, as like proper character designs that I could think about and reference. It's Chapel Roan. Don't know why. That's Evelyn from My Sims. Again, don't know why. Peter, don't know why. I think these were attempts at fan kids, but I don't remember whose children they are. This was them as children, as in the archival team as children. I think that's Daisy, but I don't like the way I designed her there. God, I really just was drawing anything, wasn't I? First day in the archives! I actually quite like that. Yeah. This is different. Is this the Childhood Friends AU? It might be. I don't... That was literally just going on inside my head, so I have nothing written down. Professor Layton, Flora and Luke, scribbles. I think these again fan kids, but I don't know who. I think they might be John and Martin's, but I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. So Apollo. This was when I decided my style was not menacing enough for like the art I wanted to create. Oh, this is oh, again, if you've frequented my sketchbook tours before, you will know that I have this ongoing story called Death Wears a Yellow Coat or something to that effect. And there's Death, there's Liber, who has now changed his name, of, and Life, and this is my redesign of Life, that I prefer now, because the old design of Life was a bit, you know. But yeah, there's Marty, and yeah, the Reaper intern I've changed to Leith instead of Liber. Because Liber was originally a reference to Libinare Domine, which is a Latin phrase, and it meant something to do with death, but I was in year 10 and I was pretentious, so now it's Leith, which is more obviously linked to death. And I think I wrote, yeah, Life is Vida, which is life in Spanish, I think, so. That was a redraw of, like, a promotional picture for some show that I don't watch. This is a really messed up drawing of Elias, I think, no, Jonah. They're the same man. It's just, yeah, that I drew experimenting with style, like, at 12 in the morning, or like at 1 in the morning? No, yeah, 1 in the morning. Yeah, don't know why. These are just miscellaneous doodles, because this was, I think, a day or two after traumatic event happened, so I was trying to get back on my feet a bit, and then I decided to shift my entire style 5 degrees to the left. I was trying it out and developing a feel for it. Personally, I'm a real big fan of Annabelle in the bottom right. It really looks like her. That's like how I imagined her. Don't know why. And then I decided to do a Pokemon AU for Magnus Archives, because when my two hyperfixations overlap, I like to just mash them together. So I had like a really well thought out situation with some really well thought out like Pokemon choices as well, in my opinion. But I'm not very good at drawing Pokemon, so it's getting better. Just not great. Case in point, that Mightyana is so off model. The Galarian Ponyta is pretty nice though, I quite like it. And there's Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon's actually become one of my favourite Pokemon. yeah, the grown-up Pokemon look a little bit weirder. And then it would be Sasha's final team, Zoroark, Krookodile. My favourite Pokemon ever is the Sandile line, so... And then an Inkay, what's the... Malamar. And this is like the full grown-up teams. Yeah, I gave Elias a Parasect because I'm like, Jonah's a parasite. I gave Tim an Electrode because I think I'm funny. He only knows Explode. Superior Elastic Ninetales, yeah. Maureen Poltergeist because he likes his tea, and Gavin Sheila because he's weather aligned. Incineroar, Cats, Frostlass, don't really know why. I think it's because she's a ghost hunter. Absol because bad omens. Oh yeah, I was going to do the same for Sasha. Zoroark because it changes. Malamar and Krookodile because they're like some of my favourite Pokemon. Samurott, Grapploct, and Mianshu because I think she would be a fighting type specialist. Daisy, Houndoom, Morwell, and Gramble because they're all like threatening Pokemon that don't like look that threatening. And then Basira, Mightyana, Lurantis, and Hariyama, and they're like threatening Pokemon. Jerry, Obstagoon, Toxicity, and Gourgeist. Obstagoon because it like looks like a punk rocker. Toxicity because I don't know, it just has the vibe. And Gourgeist because Pumpkaboos are children lost in a forest technically, and I thought that was funny. Then Elias Muscarada because I wanted to give him Sprigatito because there was that joke. I don't know. Depends, because if you were in the Pokemon fandom when Scarlet Violet first like came out, you would have known that everyone was like, Sprigatito looks like weed, and that fits Elias. Peter, Abominous Snow, Beartic, and Delmize, because I decided ice types represent the lonely. Kanani and Horkia. Oh, these were two Team Skull Grunts that I decided were actual people instead of just being silly. So yeah, I made them look more distinct from each other because I like them. And then I made a grown-up version where the Salazzle gets to evolve and help her out as like a Pokemon lab assistant. And then the other one was going to be a conservationist, and that would be a Garbodor, but I couldn't be bothered to finish it. In that, it's 2 pages stuck together because I don't like them. Some style practice. It was meant to be one of my old D&D characters, Verna, but I don't think that's what she looks like because I was doing it with no reference, so. And this is me being depressed because shit happened this year that I wasn't expecting, so I got to be depressed about it because I'm allowed. Anyway, so it might be a while until the next one. Well, I mean, that's not really a lie, because I have that's kind of a lie, because I have so much time at the moment because of unexpected situations that I'm just drawing. So we'll see when the next one comes about. Yeah, I'm sorry for the downer tone of this, but you know, life hit me in the balls basically, so rock and roll. Anyway, I've forgotten my usual outro. It's something along the lines of bye nobody. I need to go feed the cat. So bye.